It has been a crazy week of wrestling in quarantine. Day 200 whatever of quarantine. It has been a crazy week. There has been signings. There has been rumors of people going up. And there's been tons of matches that have happened that are match of the year quality, I should say. But since Money in the Bank, wrestling has ramped up dramatically. Since Money in the Bank, wrestling has gone back to where it needs to be, even though they're in quarantine. They're starting to pump out some fire shows. And this is the new segment. This week in wrestling. I'm here with my host, Manny.
Hey, what's up, guys?
It's been a while since we've been on this channel for wrestling. And I have this new segment that we're just going to call This Week in Wrestling. We're going to talk about all the moments that happened from Sunday, if there's a pay-per-view, to what's going on now. And rumors, stuff like that. We got a lot to talk to. Let's get to it. So we're going to swiftly skim through Double or Nothing that happened Sunday night at 6 p.m. to like 11 p.m. It was one of the shorter AEW pay-per-views, I would say. It was a really fun pay-per-view. It delivered. It did what it needed to do. And it was hard-hitting. And there were some great matches. Some of the key notes,
Yes.
Jon Moxley and Brody Lee surprised me. It's how hard-hitting it was. There was a really cool spot with the them going through the stage. You know, a classic Mick Foley style. Looked really cool. Another shout-out, I want to give a shout-out to the ladder match. We had a very cool debut of Brian Cage and Taz. Very intrigued where they're gonna go with this. And another just random key point is Orange Cassidy. He was one of my MVPs. He was hilarious in that ladder match. It shows how people are so lazy they don't want to even go up a ladder. It's pretty funny. I'd recommend going and seeing those clips. It made so many memes. It was hilarious. And also probably another key point was the Stadium Stampede, which was my favorite match of the night. I can't say break by break how crazy it was, but it was just insane, crazy, entertainment fun. That's like
Probably not only that though, Brian, but match of the year for sure.
It's definitely up there. And the best part about it, it wasn't even cinematic. It was purely taped. Like, cause I could tell there was some cinematic stuff, but it was like slightly more of just a real match thing, and it felt natural. It didn't feel forced. It felt natural. All the plans of, you know, Matt Hardy switching into 3 different people, which he actually did on Dynamite this week, which we'll talk about. Which is pretty. It was pretty funny. And then of course, you know, seeing the funny stuff with Santana Ortiz, because Santana just takes the funniest bumps in the world, and Ortiz as well. Ortiz, the way he takes bumps is just. It's fucking hilarious.
It's golden.
It's golden, bro. It's fucking golden. I'm just saying, it's golden. Just saying. And then of course Jericho Le Champion doing the ref review, which was just, oh my god, so funny, so funny. It's so true though. When the NFL games are going on, there's a bad call in the play, they go to the review booth. It's true facts. So they kept it realistic. I was worried they were gonna go fake with it, but they kept it realistic. That is a true fact. And of course, the Kenny spot at the end, just... That's the craziest one-winged angel I've ever seen. The second craziest one-winged angel I've ever seen was the one he did in Jericho on Wrestle Kingdom. It's like the only other crazy one I've seen. Because that shit was brutal. That one was just insane. I didn't think Kenny could jump that high. But he can, apparently. Man's just... They just killed it. It was all hilarious. Oh, shout out to Jake Hager and Hangman Page for that amazing bar fight. Classic movie bar fight. Great stuff.
Oh yes.
That was great. That was fucking great. Love that. And then also I would probably... Oh, shout out to the Sheeta and Nyla Rose match. Another surprising, hard-hitting match. That surprised me how good that was.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Surprising. It was great, great stuff. Great stuff. But yeah. That's my little snippet for Sunday. What do we have Monday? Monday Night Raw. Now I know you're shrugging like, oh, it's Monday Night Raw. But I'm going to say this now. Raw improved Monday. There was a lot of good things, and there was some bad things. But not many. It was mostly positive. Mostly positive. So let me explain. So we started off, you know, a bunch of promos just to build up for Backlash, which I'm not ready for Backlash. It just does not look like a good show. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it. That's just me. Setting up for Backlash, they did an Edge promo, which was very well done. He's so good at the quarantine promos. It just feeds off Edge. Just feeds off him. And I know the Billion is the greatest match of all time, which I have some things to say about that. You probably already know my answer.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But the way
let's talk about the crowd too. The crowd.
Oh, yes.
The crowd.
The crowd helped this show so much, and I'm happy they're bringing it on 3 brands. I hope SmackDown gets the same treatment. They did it for NXT. It made NXT feel a lot better, especially for the cage fight. It felt a lot more serious. It felt intense. So,
yeah.
And it felt better, and especially when like Killer Cross came out and they started saying "Fall and Pray" on the screen. Like that's what I want at Takeover. I want them to say "Fall and Pray" because his music is so good. Like you just feed off it, so the fans make it better. But it took them way too long. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? Oh, and I know people are like, oh, what's that glass thing around it? It's to keep the 6 feet apart rule, just to be sure. And I know AEW.
That off of hockey, though.
You're not wrong.
They use hockey. They borrow something from hockey.
Insert hockey me. No, I'm joking.
You know what the funny thing is, though, Brian? That
what?
I got criticized over that because I was on Instagram.
Oh, you put a comment? You put a comment said this is hockey. I mean, you knew it was a.
So long.
See, I told you. These are the WWE elitists that I talk about. These are the people that just criticize you on literally everything, but you're just joking. You should have. I hate when people do that. When I say a joke, a funny joke, like, oh, Vince is kissing this and that. I don't mean it. I'm just being funny. Jokes, people.
Yeah.
Jokes. You don't have to take it so serious. Anyway, but yes, it definitely looks like they basically took AEW's idea and took a little bit of hockey influence and made this glass shield. And I thought it was going to be too big and it was going to look really weird. But no, they covered it enough where it actually looks... It looks like a crowd. It looks fine. It looks fine. I wasn't bothered. I will say it was very weird seeing them when they go on the outside with the glass around it. But other than that, I had no problems with it. And if that's the way they want to do it, so be it. So be it. It's going to make the pay-per-views a lot better. Just saying. I hope they keep it for, like, months. Until everything gets back to normal.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to,
But yeah,
to Raw.
but basically, so that happened. You know, great stuff from, you know, Asuka and stuff. Unfortunately, during tapings, Nia Jax is the most unsafe worker, and I thought Rollins was the most unsafe worker. But I'm gonna say Nia Jax is the most unsafe unsafe worker. Because, unfortunately, during tapings, because they're back to tapings, Kairi Sane got injured again. Look. And they're having Nia Jax and Asuka at Backlash. Look. I don't mind Nia Jax. But Jesus Christ, don't kill our champion, please! We need Asuka right now. She's like...
Not only that, though, but it's like, how many times are you gonna put them together? Like, I've barely seen Asuka versus Natalya. Like, what, I've only seen them one time clash, twice? Maybe?
We haven't even seen Asuka and Shayna Baszler yet!
Yeah.
And I want that fight. I want that submission specialist match. I want that. I need that. I need that. But basically, it's gonna be Nia Asuka. She won the triple threat. Thank God Charlotte didn't win. I'm just gonna say it now. The match was okay. Had no problems with it. It was alright. Okay.
I believe that was the main event, though, too, of Raw.
Which is kind of sad. Anyway.
It is, but...
Alright, so before we talk about the good feel moment, we'll talk about Drew McIntyre and this Bobby Lashley thing. So basically, Drew McIntyre was on MVP's, I think it's an MVP lounge. You know, everybody knows the MVP lounge. Basically, Drew was saying, you know, I'm going to be fighting Bobby Lashley at Backlash. I didn't care for the segment, but it just made Drew look like a monster because he just kicked everybody's face off. Sure. Drew always cuts a good promo. Good promo here. Nothing exciting, but you know, good stuff. You know, and then you know the Drew McIntyre stuff. They try to break them up, so it seems like Lashley and Drew want to kill each other. So, all right, cool. If Drew wins, all right, fine. I just have a feeling the next opponent is modern day Maharaja.
I mean, well, yeah, I'm actually proud.
Well, that's you, but me, I'm like indifferent. Cause yeah, I kind of want to see it because at 3MB, but I also kind of don't. But we'll see. But yeah, but that's basically Backlash. It was officially announced. Drew and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
Here's the feel-good moment of the night. We had a really solid U.S. Championship match. Apollo Crews versus Andrade. I had Apollo Crews winning this because I think it was time for him to show that ultimate babyface run. And so far, I am in love with Apollo Crews. Now, have I loved Apollo Crews since NXT? Yes, I have. I saw so much potential in this kid. I've seen his indie work. His indie work is amazing. Like, his stuff, he's super talented in the ring. And he has decent charisma. Not the greatest charisma, but he has decent charisma. He's a decent worker. And he can be very good in certain places if you put him in the right spot. So when he was in NXT, he did great. So when I heard he was coming to main roster, I'm like, oh crap, we'll see what happens. And he had a very long run of just either jobber, moving brands, could not find a place. They put him on like Superstars when it was a thing, or main event. Like, they didn't know what to do with this guy. But then finally, after WrestleMania, Raw signs Apollo Crews. He gets a 20-minute match with Aleister Black. Great match. He gets a couple great other matches. And now he's in the U.S. title match. And he finally gets his biggest win in his career. And I'm happy for that man. That man worked his ass off to get that victory. As a known given fact, he worked his ass to get that victory. And I'm happy for that man. Now, where does he go from here? I don't know. But I hope it's good things. Maybe Angel Garza's next, because we have some things to say about Angel Garza in just a second.
Yes.
But yeah,
indeed.
Apollo Crews deserved that. Easily deserved that. Easy. Like, it was time for Andrade to get out. So.
Or to rebuild himself personally, because he just made the U.S. title irrelevant.
Honestly. And I thought the IC title was bad. Oof. Alright. Final thing I want to say. Angel Garza looked like a monster tonight. Kevin Owens made his first appearance since WrestleMania in an actual match. He actually fought tonight. He hasn't fought since WrestleMania after that crazy stage spot.
Match with Seth Rollins.
Basically, crazy spot fest. He had his first match. He didn't look rusty at all. He looked like he didn't lose a step. He looked like Kevin Owens that we all know and love. Which I think he is the true #1 contender for Drew McIntyre's WWE Championship. I know a lot of people would believe me, but he's won so many matches. He's gonna get that opportunity. I don't know when, but he will get that opportunity. That being said, Angel Garza looked like a monster here today. He got a big victory, clean finish.
Very big victory.
Clean pin. He hit his finisher. Clean, which I always forget the name, but clean finish. Pinned him 1, 2, 3. And then he showed that heel side that we all know from Garza. Dropped him with another finisher. Beat the hell out of Owens. It made him look strong. Now, I know I was concerned for him because I don't know why he was on the main roster in the first place. But if you're gonna build him like this, I mean, sure, I'm fine with that. Just give him something to do. He's super talented.
Here, Brian, let me send you something on Instagram. It's about the whole Garza thing.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, from what I saw on this Instagram post or whatever, WWE has big plans for Angel Garza.
He lost to McIntyre a couple weeks ago. I think he's seeing something in the guy. I know they should be. I know they should. You gotta be established to go anywhere. If you don't, then you won't get anywhere. I just hope that they don't do 50-50 it next week, but it's the right thing to do. Okay, so executive saying they like Garza, but does Vince like Garza? That's the question.
Yeah. Could he be the second Eddie Guerrero? Which I think he is the second Eddie Guerrero of this era.
Seriously, you give that man the spotlight, the match, the right person to work with. He will give you something special. That's how good he is. And I believe I believe. Oh yeah, invite me. Oh yeah, invite me.
Says you put up line. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, I should be
online.
online.
Man in the right position and with for good opponents, he will deliver.
He will deliver. I've seen his matches on NXT when he had that match with Leo Rush for like the second time. Amazing match.
And the first time too.
And the first time. But I think the second match was better. It's much cleaner. But that match was crazy. They went ham and ham. They had an actual rivalry. They had some blood between each other. It was great. It was great. And I hope great things for Leo Rush when he heads out to the indie scene soon. I hope great things for him.
If he does, because there's rumors about him starting a rap career.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to go into rapping instead of wrestling. Which is rapping isn't terrible, so that wouldn't be a bad choice if he does that. He could pull an Enzo, but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
He could, but Enzo's like really like he's okay, but he's not really like that stardom.
That's what I'm saying. But if he wanted to, he could. He wouldn't be bad at it at all.
I listened to him rap, like, I didn't really like it too much. I suggest he stays with wrestling better. Like, but, I understand though. I understand why he wants to leave wrestling.
Yeah. He's been through a lot. And he's still young. Yeah. He's not even prime yet.
I think he's 25.
Yeah, 25.
25, 26.
Yeah. He's still young. He hasn't even reached the 28 stature yet. And that's usually when you get your hard push. But he hasn't reached that stature yet. He joined the WWE when he was 20. He joined WWE on NXT. He was kind of just a jobber for a little bit. And then he had a really good match with, I don't remember who it was. And
they went to 205 Live and they gave him stardom.
Dude was a star. Fuck it. That's why that was one of the reasons why I'd watch 205 Live. Just for Leo Rush, because Leo Rush was fucking amazing. He had the watch on, he had the gold wrist, he had the diamonds on, he looked amazing.
Yeah. When 205 Live was popping, now to me it's just terrible.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that bad if they're in the full sale, because, you know, all the cruiserweights are mostly in full sale. So.
Yeah, I think they do it in the full sale.
That's right. But they just put it on so late. If they put it back to the 6 o'clock before NXT, how they used to do it, I'd be totally down to watch it. Because they put it right before NXT, so. But, fortunately, that's the only problem. Okay, so that happened. Back to saying, so I think that's it for Raw.
Oh, right here, join the match.
Oh, okay.
We'll join the party then, if it doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's it for Raw, if I recall. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we missed it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Alright, that's it. Those are remember, I don't do full reviews of Raw and SmackDown. I do little snippets.
Full reviews of NXT and
yeah, AEW right. Yeah, we do AEW and NXT reviews, but we're just gonna skim through them. So Tuesday we get a break. Yeah. Thank God, there's no wrestling on Tuesday. We get a break. On to Wednesday, we have 2 shows. Fallout from Dynamite.
Impact, but
oh shit! Right.
We don't really do too much of interviewing Impact, even though.
We just straight up watch it because wrestling. So we don't really talk about it that much.
Basically.
All right, I will say this though. Surprise finish in the tournament. So let me explain the context. There's a huge number 1 contendership tournament to basically take Tessa Blanchard's title because she's in Mexico right now. She's nowhere to be seen. She got...
Or number 1 contenders match. Probably the person Yeah, it's a number contenders match.
Basically.
Tournament.
Huge tournament. There was guys like Hernandez, Rhino, Man Fulton, Michael Elgin, Sami Callihan, all types of dudes. Amazing wrestlers. You know, Michael Elgin went to the semis. I had him basically going all the way. But then he actually fucking lost to Trey Miguel. Don't know how. So then the finals were set. Oh, and Ace Austin beat Hernandez, which I kind of expected that. Ace Austin and Trey Miguel to see who fights Tessa, I guess, when she gets back, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, but it's happening. But yeah, but basically that's like my little rundown of Impact. Oh, and also, we saw, I can't think of her name. I always forget her name. She actually teamed up with Jessica Havoc. Oh my god, what the fuck's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name. Oh my god, she's the one who attacked Kimberly. Oh my god, what the fuck's her name? I can't think of it. She's like teaming up with Jessica Havoc. They did that cool cutter spot with Havoc. Oh my god, what the fuck's her name? She's been like teasing her for like months. Think of her. She got in the ring for the first time, basically. Here, let me see if I can look for her. I always forget her name. I'll probably get used to it, but I forget her name. Where is she at? Shit, they put a clip up. Oh, no, also, former WWE star, Deonna Purrazzo basically debuted as well. Forgot to say that. So, good luck to her.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to her, though, after, like, a decent career in NXT.
Yeah, good luck to her.
They didn't use her really that well, but
good luck to her.
She wasn't there long to me.
I feel like if she would have joined Robert Stone, aka the Robert Stone brand with Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, I think she would get popped.
She probably would have got something out of that, honestly. Let's be honest here. Alright, anyway.
Wait, are we still in Impact or?
Yeah, just a quick second.
Yeah.
Oh, Nevada, that's her name. Okay. Gotcha. So Nevada and Jessica Havoc basically teaming up and they're probably gonna take the Impact division by storm, basically. Because there's basically been this little rivalry where basically they're teasing for months. Is Nevada going to team up with Havoc or is she going to attack Havoc? Well, we find out on Tuesday that she's actually teaming up with Havoc. So we'll see what that goes. And then anything else, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so those are my key points for Impact. On to Wednesday. Alright, Wednesday. We have two big shows. We have NXT and we have the Fallout from Double or Nothing, aka Dynamite. We'll start with NXT. NXT had a very good show this week. NXT had a very interesting show at the end because the main event was something that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
A fucking fighter's pit match, aka a cage fight between Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher. These two have been rivaling since they broke up. I want to say, I forgot what date on the episode was, but basically they fought the Imperium. Basically hit Thatcher on accident and Thatcher jumped off. And Thatcher beat him up backstage. They had a really hard-hitting singles match as the main event. And then we didn't know where they're going to go from there. Then they announced this match. A fucking cage match. So what is a cage match, you say? Is it a steel cage? No, it's not a steel cage. A fight pit, or a cage fight, is a MMA style fight. Where basically the cages have no rings. It's a freaking scaffold. It has like a scaffold around it. They can fight up there. They can do whatever the hell they want. But the only way to win is via knockout, or basically knockout,
tap out,
or tap out, aka submission. So if you make your opponent pass out, that's a victory. If you make your opponent stay from the count of 10, that's a victory. And if you just tap them out, that's a victory. So it's basically an MMA style, but with no round system, and it's a fucking hard brawl. It's basically what a cage fight is. It's pretty fucking cool, the way they did this, which we'll get to in the end. Alright, so let's just skip to NXT real quick. I guess let's get to the important points. We had the triple threat for the Cruiserweight Interim Tournament. Surprisingly, Drake Maverick actually won. I did not expect him to win. I had Phantasmo, I want to say. I think I had Phantasmo winning that. Did not expect Drake Maverick at all. Didn't expect Drake Maverick in the slightest. I'm like, he'll probably lose and just, you know, say his goodbyes. Apparently not, though. Yeah. Apparently not. Apparently, he's in the hunt for the title.
He has one more opportunity.
He literally has to win his final match, and he's in the championship, which is crazy because I thought, wait, is Maverick in the B range or the A?
He's in the A.
So that's Tozawa, I want to say. Phantasma with the B, okay. So I want to say, so Drake Maverick is on the one with Tozawa, right? Or,
yeah.
Or is that Kushida? No, it's Tozawa. Because I thought Tozawa was going to the finals, no bitter but. He's 2-0. He's not lost. He's in the lead. No one is touching him. I was wrong. Drake Maverick is now in the hunt. Don't know how, but he's in the hunt. The ones that have been eliminated, just to keep points, Jack Gallagher is out officially, and I believe Tony Nese is also out. The only ones left are Tozawa, Maverick.
Did they set up a match for Phantasma and Tozawa? Or no, because I thought they said Tozawa has moved on.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, that Phantasma. I'm sorry, Phantasma. They said that.
Don't get it confused with New Japan. I know. It gets confusing. It's like basically the same name, but you just changed the A.
I think they said Phantasma's versing. Well, I guess it's Phantasma versus Drake Maverick then.
That's my guess. And I hope Phantasma wins. I kind of want to see him move on. But I could be wrong.
This will not be only make a big win for him ever since his debut, but this will be like the first person that, well, not probably the first person that ever like got the cruiserweight title fast, but
also, by the way, the interim tournament itself will be held. The finals will be held in your house. It will not. It will be. It will be in your house. It will decide the champion. And does that mean our former champ Jordan Devlin loses his title? No, that does not mean he loses his title. That means he basically will come back and try to get the title back, or lose to the champion who won it in the tournament. That's why I love interim tournaments, because they don't count out the guy that can't get to there. Not like the Sami Zayn situation where he fucking just lost the title. That's a whole different story.
They messed him up because he's in Canada. Like, he can't do nothing. They shut the country down.
Exactly. But basically, basically the standings, after Drake Maverick's victory, he's now 2-1. Oh wait, by the way, you confused the groups. Group B is Tozawa, Group A is Kushida.
Oh, okay.
That's why he was in the triple threat with Jake Aldis. Which, by the way, Jake Aldis was also 2-1 going into this, so now he's 2-2 after the loss. So it's basically Drake Maverick and fucking Kushida, basically. That's basically what it is. Because Kushida is 2-1 and Drake Maverick's 2-1. The finals to decide that group is Drake Maverick and Kushida. And then the winner.
Did they announce it or no? Because
I
didn't hear
yet.
Them announce it. They just said that Drake Maverick won and that he's going to the finals.
I don't think they announced it yet. They could be announcing it. Usually they announce it like a day or two before. Usually. So if they announce it like the following week, then so be it. But we'll see what happens with that, because the interim tournaments were really fun. This was some great matches. It's been a confusing bracket at first, but then you get used to it. You're like, okay, I understand it. It definitely was a weird, like, situation. But it's, you know, it's you know, it's a good tournament. It's a great tournament. So basically, yeah, Maverick basically moves to the finals. I don't think he wins because it doesn't say he won the group. Because basically what it means is you have to win the group to be in the contention. I don't think he won the group yet. I think he needs to fight one more person. And then he wins the group. Because they'll probably say, winner of Group A, etc. So I'm guessing he's probably going to either fight Kushida or someone else. I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's the A block. Then in the B block, if if there's a match for the B block next week and nobody wins, Tozawa is an easy advance. He's going into the championship match. Easy. Because he's 2-0.
Yeah.
No one has beaten Tozawa. He's been undefeated, surprisingly. He surprised me.
But wait, actually, no. Phantasma beat Tozawa.
Wait, did he?
Yeah, he did. He's 2-1, I believe.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind. So now he's 2-1. So, but still, he's top of the division. He's untouchable. No one's touching him. If he has a match next week and he wins that match, Tozawa's in. He's in the championship match. He's in. No one's touching him. He literally gets, if he's 3-1 or 3-1, he's in. No one's touching him. He's going to In Your House. And it all depends on next week, because there's like one more week left, and then we find out who's gonna fight each other in the interim finals. This was going on for a good, I think, 4 or 5 weeks. I want to say this tournament's going on for. I want to say like 4 to 5 weeks. I want to say. All right, so that's done. Then we hit
the match.
It wasn't working.
Yeah, because then let me see your name.
Try strolling over to the W's, but clicking over to the second file of W's. Because my name it's not B, it's W, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it says I'm looking at W's and nothing. It just shows my other friends.
Well, try skipping over 1, because I'm online.
Wait, try to join to the party.
I can't.
See if that will work.
I can't.
Oh, you can't?
It's like...
Alright, fine, you invite me. See if it works.
Alright, so... Hold on 1 second.
Let's talk about the Finn Balor versus Damian Priest.
Oh yeah, let's get into that.
What are your thoughts on that?
Alright, let's get into that. So basically, Finn Balor had a very good promo on Damian Priest. Basically exposing, what Damian Priest basically did to him last week. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know, the original feud was supposed to be Walter, but now it's Damian Priest. There's your little context.
Yeah, they kind of delayed that.
They delayed it slightly because Walter can't come to the States yet. Anyway, so basically they do this, and it's another solid promo from Finn Balor. I love the Prince promos by Balor. He's in his element. He feels free. It doesn't feel forced. He feels real. So, and I'm definitely excited for the match. It's going to be two contract styles that's going to be interesting. Balor is more quick, fast agility, very quick feet, punches, strikes, while Damian Priest is good with his feet and his strikes, and he's a bigger dude. He could just take your head off if he wanted to. You don't have to be agile. Just take your head off. So it should be interesting on how those styles mash In Your House, which, by the way, the match was announced. In Your House is Damian Priest and Finn Balor. So I'm quite excited for it. I think it's gonna be the more sleeper match of the card, because everyone's gonna say, oh, it's probably gonna be Killer Kross and Tommaso Ciampa. It's probably gonna steal most of the show, probably, which they'd probably be right. Oh yeah, I have to split it up. I think you're in E. Yeah, you're in E. Yeah, it's weird. It shows your name, but it doesn't show mine. That's weird. Join.
You're inviting?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Let's see.
Just pick your character. Just pick your character quick, cause timer.
Oh yes. But yeah, the crazy thing is that this was a great promo by Finn Balor. Probably one of his best to me.
Yeah, definitely since he's become the Prince, this is one of his best promos. It felt natural. It didn't feel forced.
But this would be a good match, but this will not be the matches I'm looking forward to. The next match of what I am one of the matches that I will be looking forward to.
Yes. I'll talk about that
the
right
Johnny
now.
Gargano and the Keith Lee.
Yes.
I am looking forward to that match.
Let's get to it. So basically, let me explain what's going on with this Johnny Gargano situation. So Johnny Gargano has officially turned heel after his long feud with Tommaso Ciampa. He had a huge feud last year and the year before, and now he brought back the feud to finish it, and Gargano actually won after a heel turn dick kick by Candice LeRae. That's where that comes into play. And Candice LeRae has changed her music, her attitude, her look. She looks great. I love her new theme music. It's much better than Gargano's. That Gargano releases his music, generic. I don't like it. They need to do something.
It's very decent. It's decent, not the best.
They need to do something with that. I don't know what, but they have to do something. Did you just try to do a Judas effect? Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the f do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are trying to do Le Champion's finisher? Who do you think you are?
No, get out of here.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
But yeah, so basically, so then Johnny Gargano, which, by the way, even though I hate his music, I love what he's doing as a heel guy on the promo. I love his promos. I will give him that. And this was a great segment. He calls it the Stone Cold. He basically welcomes everyone to the first and probably only Johnny Gargano Open Invitational. Any competitor that has been chosen can fight him. So he fights a local competitor jobber. I don't remember his name. He basically fights a random jobber, submits him, and that's the match, really. It was a quick match, it wasn't crazy. But then on the Titantron from, there's the Judas effect. From home, in Keith Lee's home with Mia Yim, it is announced that Keith Lee is giving Johnny Gargano an opportunity for the North American Championship. Which I am fucking excited for that match. Who doesn't want to see a brutal match between Keith Lee, one of the biggest and most agile men I've ever seen, versus a really awesome Johnny Gargano, who's always a good worker?
Definitely.
I know I would. So,
this is a dream match.
This is a dream match, definitely. This is a match I would do in 2K that would never happen, but now it's actually happening.
Oh no, I got caught. Ah, damn.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Oh. You trying to do that code break? Do you just have Chris Jericho's moves? Oh shit. Ow. This man's doing a Judas effect, code breaker, like.
Oh no. Ah!
That missed. Of course it missed.
I tried.
Oh.
But yeah.
It over. What?
So my thoughts on this match, I think this will to me this might steal the show.
This might, honestly. And I would be happy if it steals the show, honestly.
Yeah.
I won't even be mad if it like, I won't even be mad if it steals the show, because this match is just, it's a money match. It's too easy. Like, if there's one match on this card that's just too easy to be like, oh, that's a match I need to see, it's Gargano and Keith Lee. If that match disappoints, then something is wrong. How did you reverse it? Oh, what a pin! Oh, I can reverse that. Or basically, if there's one match that's the easiest match to be like, that's a match I need to see, it'd be this one. It'd definitely be this one. You were just throwing that Judas effect every single fucking time.
I got caught.
Boom. But yeah, basically, that's basically my 2 cents on it. I'm excited for this match. Oh, they also announced, I believe also Mia Yim wants Candice LeRae, so that's also probably going to be a match. Probably singles match.
Yeah, they announced it for next week.
Yeah. Oh, it's next week? Oh, never mind then. Alright, so next week.
Yeah.
So next week, that'll continue the feud from there, and then it'll build up towards Johnny and Keith Lee at a TakeOver. Last ride.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Oh.
Come on, ref. Good pickup. But yeah, basically that's what's going on there. Next is the most, I want to say, intriguing match on the TakeOver card. So this feud's been brewing for, I want to say, since 2 months ago, when he first made his first appearance off screen before he went on screen.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross, which I know that name is hard to get used to, but I call him by Karrion Kross, attacked Tommaso Ciampa after the Johnny Gargano fight on a random episode of like TakeOver. You just see this huge man with like this like blonde haired girl that's just like, could that be Scarlett and Killer Kross, or aka Karrion Kross? Well, it was. It was revealed the next week Karrion Kross would make his epic debut, and my God, it was epic. Epic entrance, epic music. They had the smoke, the X, everything was amazing. So then, what happens? Well, he does another appearance the following week after he debuts. He does a promo, I think, after his debut, and then that following week, it's announced he will start NXT by doing another squash match. And he does another squash match and just dominates. And then after that, Tommaso Ciampa comes out, and everyone's like, oh shit, we're about to get something special. Because then Tommaso Ciampa cuts an amazing promo on Killer Kross and talking about how great he is, basically hyping him up. And then he says, welcome to the main event. So then he says,
that was a good promo.
At TakeOver, Karrion Kross will step into the ring with Tommaso Ciampa. And I was like, yes, yes, and yes. I want this match. Now, is it the most, interesting match on the card? Yes. Because you don't know what to expect. We don't know if you're going to get, a hard brawl. You don't know if you're going to get just a hard-hitting match. You don't know what you're going to get with this match. But I have a feeling this match has potential to be something special. Because
this could also be the match of the night.
I wouldn't. Well. It might. And by the way, this is Killer Kross's first official competition match. Actual competition. Actual competition.
I would also say this though. I would say that I think you should put this as the main event because like Velveteen Dream versus Adam Cole is happening at Wait, put him. Oh, my fault. But also, Adam Cole is versing Velveteen Dream for the NXT title at also TakeOver India House.
That is very true. It's part 2. I thought Dexter Lumis was gonna get in there because we were talking about it on the phone.
Yeah.
I guess not. Which I have no problems with. I know it's too early, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
But I will say, yeah, if there was one match, if the North American title was a much higher belt, Johnny Gargano and Keith Lee main event, easy. But since it's more of a mid-card title, middle of the show makes sense. But for this Karrion Kross Tommaso Ciampa match, that should be main event. Because the build for Karrion Kross has been amazing. They've been teasing him since the Johnny Gargano feud. He's been in the car with like the Kit Ryder car, just chilling in the back with Scarlett, just watching. So it has that takeover feel. It has that takeover build. They've been building promos.
You have to invite me again.
Oh, and also Karrion Kross had a really good promo after Tommaso Ciampa also had a squash tonight. He had a squash. Oh, actually last night he had a squash against I think it was Leon Rush again, which looks like a fake version of Leo Rush. But, okay. Basically had a squash match. One with the fairy tale ending. Oh, forgot to say, Scarlett was playing mind games. She was chilling.
I liked it. She played a good role.
She played a very good role. She looked pretty scary actually when I did the close-ups.
She did a little bit though. She looked
fucking scary with those fucking long nails, like Freddy Krueger. Looked fucking crazy. But yeah, basically she's there like in like this really nice blouse with like her hair curled up. She looks distraught. She looks crazy. She looks like she wants to kill somebody. She's just chilling there, just playing mind games. Just looking at Ciampa like looking, scouting for Karrion Kross. Like, this is my husband's opponent, huh? Bet. So basically, just standing there playing mind games, looking all pretty. And then she turns around. She does like how she does at the entrance where she turns around, looks at the screen, and then you just see the fierce eyes, just 2 eyeballs with him talking of Karrion Kross. You just see one on the left, one on the right, and it's just him talking and saying, Tommaso Ciampa, you are special. But basically saying at TakeOver, you're gonna get the worst beating in your life. Tick tock, tick tock, and that promo was awesome as well. Both men, promo-wise, have been amazing.
Oh, damn.
You did not mean to pick Drew McIntyre, did you?
No, I did not.
Ooh.
That's restart it.
Timer. I hate the timer so much, I swear.
I'm awful. Yeah, that timer's really just stupid on this game.
Anyway.
That's one of the many mistakes of it.
I know. Anyway.
But yeah.
So
to me, this should be main event tier.
This
versus Tommaso Ciampa.
This has the build for it. This has to build. But if they want to put the main title in the spotlight with Velveteen and Adam Cole, so be it. But to me, storyline-wise, this has been the most built-in storyline, and it's been the most well-done storyline. It's fucking great. I'm loving what I'm seeing. These two men could do something special at TakeOver. And now, onto the final key. This fight. Let's get to it. This feud has been going on since Imperium won the tag titles. Oh, by the way, Imperium had a quick little promo. A nice promo basically introducing them, getting them ready for whoever they're going to face a TakeOver, which I can't really think of at the moment. So,
yeah.
Cool stuff.
Great promo, though, I'm not going to lie.
Very good promo. Basically talk about sacred space, just like Walter usually does. Like, you know, you're basically ruining our sacred space.
Sacred mat.
Sacred mat, right. Basically sacred mat of, like, the wrestling, like the UK style wrestling.
I think they're trying to feud with Birch and Oney Lorcan.
I believe so. And if that's the case, I'm totally down for the match because I've seen those two work together. Those two are great workers.
Yeah, we've seen them work together and they can deliver matches.
I fucking love Oney Lorcan. Fucking love him. Even if he's a singles guy on 205, dude is brutal. Dude hits like a truck. He's like a Cesaro. He hits like a truck. Anyway, point is, so this feud has boiled after Thatcher made the unexpected turn on Riddle. He turned on a random episode, which I thought it was gonna happen TakeOver. Honest, I thought. I thought there was gonna be dissension tonight, and then the following week, and then at TakeOver we get this thing, and then if you want to do the cage fight after, you can. But we got a little early. They pulled the gun. I was like, okay, we'll see where it goes. And this, by the way, this is before this whole rumors, which we'll get to at the end, of Matt Riddle. This is before this. Keep that in mind. This is before this rumors talk even popped up. Just saying. So basically he turns on him. He beats the shit out of him backstage. They have a match. Brutal match, main event. And now the final match to end this feud is set. Matt Riddle, Timothy Thatcher, Fight Pit. Cage match. With special guest enforcer, Kurt Angle. So, they do the entrances. No, Kurt Angle. It is really weird seeing Kurt Angle with the NXT arena, but very cool to see him. Very good enforcer. It makes sense. Olympic gold medalist. Makes sense. Then, of course, Thatcher comes out. They do this the most UFC possible style. They have the tail of the tape. The referees on the outside checking them for weapons. It's the total UFC way. I've seen this in UFC fights countless times. It's great stuff. Keeping it realistic. So then Riddle comes out. He's all happy, you know. He takes his shoes off. He looks at Thatcher like, I'm gonna kill you. You know, classic Matt Riddle stuff. You know, also gets checked. You know, checks the legs, checks the pants, checks the hands. Everything looks good. They hop in the ring. The bell is rung. First thing Riddle does. Huge. Wait, no. First thing he does. Literally strikes and kicks. Strikes and kicks by Riddle. Kicks to the corner, strikes to the left. Thatcher's trying to escape. Cannot escape. But then, there's this one play. So, there's this one setup. Thatcher tries to go for like a suplex or something. Riddle reverses it. He does a UFC style jumping kick to the face. Thatcher drops like a ton of fish. Drops. He's done. The minute he gets up, all you see is blood on his mouth, and you see a tooth fly out. A fucking tooth came out of his teeth. And every time Thatcher would like smile, you would see a chipped tooth right between the middle. And it looked fucking brutal. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, oh my god, that kick was crazy. Oh my god, that kick was fucking nuts. And then like he had to get the doctors, and they had to like, you know, open his teeth, and he's like, doctor's like, you're good to go, and that's just like, you good to go? He's like, yeah, I'm good to go. So then right after the break, because there's a lot of commercials, after the break they get back. Riddle continues to pour on the strikes and punches, but Dasher starts to get back. Dasher starts throwing strikes. Dasher starts doing submissions. He starts targeting the leg. He starts doing Boston Crabs. He starts doing a damn ankle lock. He starts targeting Matt Riddle's leg. Then, here's a crazy thing. So now they hop onto the scaffold. I thought they weren't allowed to jump on the scaffold. Apparently they are. So they hopped on the scaffold. There's like a big scaffold around the ring. They can fight wherever the hell they want. They're throwing strikes on the scaffold. You know, they're throwing kicks. They're throwing strikes. And then when they go to, like, I want to say the left or right side of the scaffold on the other side, Riddle tries to go for, like, a move or something. Reversed by Thatcher into an ankle lock and then an inverted ankle lock, dropping down on his body near his leg, like classic Kurt Angle. Looked really brutal. Then Riddle's hanging on the side even looked more brutal. But then, of course, Riddle escapes. And now Riddle is trying to do something to throw him off back into the ring. He can't get him off. Dasher reverses. Dasher goes for one more thing. Riddle reverses and finally gets Dasher off the scaffold. He's down and out. But Riddle wasn't done yet. He turns around and does the bro flow, he calls it. Clean bro flow. You know, like float. Basically, he's flying. Yeah. He does his corkscrew moonsault.
I know what you mean.
He does his corkscrew moonsault, beautifully lands it on Dasher. Dasher looks hurt. So Riddle takes advantage. More strikes. Just more strikes from Riddle. More kicks. Just trying to make him tap. And then he tries to go for a submission. I think he went for like the bro lock. Dasher reverses it again. Then he goes into the rear naked choke. That's Dasher's submission finisher. Locked in tight. But then Riddle lifts him back up, slams him into both sides of the cage.
That was a good slam. You gotta admit.
It was like that kind of that octagon style like slam to the cage. It looked that kind of brutal.
It looked like it did hurt though.
Yeah, it looked pretty tough. Then he lands. He does the back bump that he usually does, and we thought Dasher was out, but then Dasher re-grabs him into the rear naked choke, and Riddle's face is already purple. He's literally done for. And Kurt Angle's looking at him like, do you give up? But Riddle's not saying anything. He's just completely about to go out. And then finally the eyes close. Hand up one. Hand up two. And then one more time and Angle calls the match. He is officially knocked out. And winner by knockout, Timothy Thatcher. And he rises on top of the scaffold and we fade to black. Man, that made the Lions Den match a piece of shit. Don't let me explain what the Lions Den match is. Man, he has no idea. It's Vince McMahon's version of MMA. They basically got an octagon ring for him and Ken Shamrock to have a fight because they wanted to kill each other. Ken Shamrock, with the most experience, he's been in the UFC before. He's actually won in the UFC before. Very successful. He basically beat the hell out of Vince. Vince, you know, was able to climb the octagon. They were actually able to even go to the ring. Like, they did some crazy stuff, but the match wasn't very long. It was kind of shitty. It didn't work. A lot of fans just hated it. This one worked because you have two great submission wrestlers in Thatcher and Riddle, and the intensity. The intensity was there. I loved the intensity of these two. Thatcher had so much intensity in his face every time. When he got hit with that, he had that intense look. He wanted to kill Riddle. It just worked. It worked so well with this match. And it also didn't go too long either. Because if it would have went too long, it might have been a little bit slow. But it went long enough. It went how it went, and it was great stuff. And I said Thatcher was going to win this. And also having Kurt Angle there as the special enforcer was also a pretty good thing as well. And luckily, I was nervous Kurt Angle was going to get involved a lot. He kept it fair. And I was happy about that. He kept it fair. He said, I'm going to let these two fight it out and we'll go from there. So, good stuff from Kurt Angle. But yeah.
And a great refereeing though too.
Oh yeah.
He did a great job.
Oh yeah. NXT had another successful episode. It's been a couple weeks since NXT's had a solid episode. Most of them have been good to okay. These last two have been guns blazing. Guns blazing all the way. They've been great stuff. Great TV stuff. However, the fans also made that really well. I also want to say NXT also has the fan glass idea from WWE as well. So that's good as well. NXT with the fans made it a lot better. Definitely. It gave it a better feel. It didn't feel like just quiet brawling. It actually felt like there was an actual crowd. You could hear them in the back screaming and yelling. It was good. It was good. But yeah, probably my favorite match of the night was definitely the cage fight. Definitely cage fight.
Yeah. Definitely.
Cage fight was brutal. But yeah. Now that NXT's done, let's talk about Dynamite. Dynamite had some even better stuff happen. So,
for real.
Dynamite delivered another episode of Dynamite. Usually the post shows are either good or they're kind of bad. But this Dynamite delivered. Let's talk about it. So, advertised on this show tonight was the Inner Circle Pep Rally. Matt Hardy and Young Bucks back in action in a 6-man tag with Private Party and Joey Janela. TNT Championship Tournament Battle Royale. A promo from Cody. An update on Dr. Britt Baker, which was an interesting thing. I'll have to talk about that. And also there were some other matches also input. Oh, and also a tag match, which I didn't even know about, between Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc versus SU to decide who faces Kenny Omega and Hangman Page for the tag belts next week. A.k.a. next Wednesday. But yeah, here we go. We're going to start off, big moment of the night. So, Matt Hardy, Matt, and the Young Bucks all teamed up to take on Joey Janela and Private Party. Very explosive, fun match. These 6 men looked really good. A bunch of high flying spots. The Young Bucks didn't look like they lose the step. They didn't look rusty. They looked clean. There was no botches. Young Bucks look great. Young Bucks look great. And it's
great match.
Great match.
Entertaining match.
Entertaining. Hot stuff to start. And also, look at Matt Hardy doing moonsaults. This man looked great. Matt Hardy looked great. This man was doing moonsaults. He also had the old school V1 pants, which was just amazing. And they even had the old entrance with the old school logo. That was great. Oh, by the way, during the match, there was a spot where one of the Young Bucks was thrown into the Butch and the Blade. And remember with AEW crowds, aka they're all wrestlers, so if they wanted to get involved and continue storylines, they could. So, randomly the Butch and the Blade are just chilling. Which, by the way, we haven't seen them in months. I don't know where they have been, but we haven't seen them in months. They're just chilling there. And then basically they get thrown into, and then they start beating the hell out of the Young Bucks. And then they just beat the hell out of the Young Bucks, and they brought them back in. Janela brought them back in. And then, okay, so here was a really scary spot. So, the Pirate Party about to do their classic double dive. But when I think it was, I think it was Isaiah Sweat, I want to say. When Sweat landed hard on the outside, he tweaked his leg. And that didn't look faked. That looked real. That looked real. He tweaked his knee when he landed and he does the normal flip. He usually kicks up and he's fine. But he landed really awkwardly. And he tweaked it right as he landed on, I think it was one of the Young Bucks, tweaked his leg. And even Matt was concerned, yo, can we get a doctor out here? Yo, can we get a doctor? Can we get some help? But then Matt remembered that Matt has to continue. So even Sweat basically said to his mouth, yo, Isaiah, finish the match. So then they have to hop in the ring, finish the match, and somehow they do it. They finish the match. Bunch of high spots. Janela got super kicked, and then one of the Pirate Party got super kicked, and then, super kick party to Janela. Janela's out, and then basically they set it up, They didn't do the Meltzer driver. I think they did something else. I think they did something with Matt. Basically set it up. They hit their moonsault combination for the 1, 2, 3. And the Young Bucks and Matt pick up the win. But, of course, Matt, the gentleman that he is, he went to go help out Sweat and take him to the back. We have not gotten an update on what his injury is, but I hope in a couple weeks when they evaluate him, we find out he's just okay, and it was just a tweaked leg, and he'll be back in action to continue in the tag team division. I hope he's okay. It looked like that hurt. But then, back to the Young Bucks, as Matt goes, helps them out. Butcher the Blade come back. They're pretty pissed off. They're pissed off that they got attacked in the outside ring, so they beat the hell out of the Young Bucks, and it just continues, just hard hits. But then we hear a car, or a truck. We hear a car, and everybody turns around to the left where Cody made his entrance, and we just see a random car come up. And guess who's inside? That is right, FTR, aka The Revival. Yes, I said that right, The Revival or AEW. So they run out of the car, they come to they've been teasing it on being the Elite for months, that they're coming. They finally show up, they're in like jeans and they got shoes on, they got a nice shirt on. They don't look like they're ready to fight. They look like they're basically here to do business.
Yeah, business.
So they pull both on the Young Bucks and they're about to punch, but it's a complete swerve and they attack Butcher the Blade and beat the hell out of Butcher and Blade. Basically the bigger dude gets thrown out and the other Blade gets hit with a double team power drive, which looked fucking brutal. Which I'm so happy the Revolt or FTR have a chance to, do pile drivers now. So good on them. It looked brutal. Brutal power driver spot where like double team, brutal. He was out, and then basically they looked at the Young Bucks like, yo, we about to throw hands, but then they turn around and they hit my favorite move, Shatter Machine, onto one of the Butch and Blade. Looked amazing. And then of course the Young Bucks about to attack, and then they wanted a handshake, but the FTR is like, nah, we still have some business to get to. And then basically they hop back in the car and that's it. the FTR finally debuted. We've been speculating for months when they're going to debut, and there you go. They officially put the FTR all in. They're in now. They're all elite. So now the tag division is officially one of the greatest tag divisions in the fucking wrestling league.
Say the word. Elite.
For real. This division is fucking insanity. When quarantine ends and all these teams are back on TV, oh my god, this division. Let me explain some of the names we have here. Young Bucks leading the division. Private Party. FTR. Kenny Omega Handman if they still continue, which maybe not. Butch and the Blade. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Jurassic Express. What else do we have? Dark Order, Stu Grayson, and Evil Uno. What else do we have? Trying to think who else we have in the tag division. If you want to call them a tag team, Lay Sexy Gods, if you want. I know it's a one-off team, but if you want, Lay Sexy Gods.
Yeah.
You can call them a tag team. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. If I'm missing...
Mike Tyson, though.
Mike Tyson. Wait, we'll get to that. Wait, give me a second. I'm trying to think. Any other tag teams? No, I think that's it. But yeah, that tag division is one of the best tag divisions I've ever heard of. Like, look at the first four names. Young Bucks. Revival, aka FTR. Private Party. Like, this tag division... You thought the Young Bucks were thinking high? Oh, this tag division is set, bro. This tag division is set, bro. When they get all back on TV and they start building storylines, oh, dude, this tag division could be something special, bro. Oh, man. This tag division could be something special. WWE, you might want to be taking notes, homie. Oh, boy. Whew. Alright. So that happened. Then we have Jon Moxley on commentary. Jon Moxley on commentary is just golden. Jon Moxley on commentary is fucking golden, bro. Oh my god. It's amazing. My favorite line was like, he just threw him to the Gulf of Mexico. I can't with that line. And then he basically says, after he says that, oh, what does he say? He basically said, he threw him back into the Gulf of Mexico. Yo, Jon Moxley on commentary is fucking golden. I love that man to death. He just has fun with it. He's not serious. He just has fun with it. It's good stuff. But basically, is the official Dynamite debut of Brian Cage and Taz. Basically, Brian Cage does entrance, cool as fire pyro. Doesn't even get his name announced. Beats the hell of whoever this jobber is. I can't think of his name. Just destroys him. Just tosses him left and right. He's doing strikes. He's doing athletic moves. He's just beating the hell out of this kid. And then just ends him with the fucking drill call. Just ends his life, bro. Kills him with the drill claw. 1, 2, 3. Brian Cage easy victory in his Dynamite debut. Look dominant. And then Taz goes to Mike and says, "Yo, Mox, you're gonna be fighting someone else. You're not gonna be fighting a normal man. You're gonna be fighting the Machine. And he's gonna be coming for your AEW title." Basically talking like, Brian Cage is coming for that title, and you don't want to you don't want to doubt him. Basically, don't mess with the Machine. Basically, and it basically was finally announced after rumors of it at Fyter Fest, whenever that's gonna happen in the summer. Fyter Fest main event is set. Brian Cage versus Moxley. It's basically what it is. So, I don't know when Fyter Fest is gonna happen, but I'm definitely set for Jon Moxley and Brian Cage. That's gonna be an interesting match. But I have confidence because he fought Brody Lee, because Brody Lee's pretty tall. So I have faith. So yeah. Yeah. Anything else you have to say on that Brian Cage debut? Anything else you got to say on that debut, Manny?
On the Brian Cage debut, I think that the Brian Cage debut has just been great. I mean, the building with Taz and everything, great. I am so excited for the match between him and Moxley they're gonna have at Fyter Fest.
Oh yeah.
As for the FTR debut, however, great debut. I mean, there's nothing to say. I've heard a report that they might not debut next week. They probably might debut either maybe at Fyter Fest, and then they're probably
that makes sense.
Bucks at All Out.
That makes sense. I mean, if you want to build them up and not like use them too quickly, yeah, I'd say put them at Fyter Fest. Why not? Just start doing promos with him. And if they want to do All Out for Young Bucks, I mean, who's been wanting Revival versus Young Bucks for years? I have been wanting that match for years since the Revival said they're going out of their contract. I know you've been wanting it, so I'm about to say I.
Yeah. So. And as for the TNT title, I mean, what can I say? I mean, Jungle Boy is the first opponent or first person to verse both the AEW and TNT champion.
Oh yeah, let me just run through those and then we'll talk about Jungle Boy in the TNT tournament. Basically, Britt Baker continuing her heel stuff. She basically seems crazy. I don't know how they're building her, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. So keep it up, Britt Baker. Shida had her first match as AEW champion against like this Brazilian girl. Wasn't really a squash match; it was mostly a pretty competitive match. But Shida won, of course, with the high-rise knee, and makes her look like a dominant champ. Very good. Then they had something with the tag match for SCU and Kid Sabian and Jimmy Havoc. I'm guessing SCU won that, right? Because I wasn't really watching that match much, unfortunately, so I don't remember who won. Did SCU win that? I think SCU won that, right? Manny?
Yeah. No, SCU lost actually against Kip and Jimmy
shit.
Havoc.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. So Jimmy Havoc and Kid Sabian are gonna fight Kenny Omega and Hangman next week. So I guess they're fighting next week, Hangman and Kenny. Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting. Alright, so yeah, so basically Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian won. Honestly, that was the one match of the night I wasn't really watching because I don't know, I just lost focus. But alright. So then now to the TNT stuff. So Cody had a really passionate promo, basically talking about, you know, this title is not just a title. You know, when this title is complete, it's basically gonna look amazing. By the way, it was announced that the complete title is gonna be done after quarantine. So after quarantine ends, the title that'll be the first thing they'll do. They'll get that title complete. And after seeing the preview pictures that they put for us, that's a beautiful looking title, bro. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a beautiful looking title. That's the complete product. That's a beautiful looking title. Whew. That's a nice looking title. But yeah, basically after quarantine, they're gonna get that belt completed. So Cody will have the silver belt for a little bit, but they're gonna, you know, take that title back to the shop and then complete it after quarantine. So Cody will have a beautiful looking title at some point. So then to the battle royale. So they basically had this battle royale, bunch of names in the TNT tournament, TNT bracket. So, you know, well, not bracket, but division. Jungle Boy, MJF. What else? There's a couple other names that, you know. Oh, Orange Cassidy was there. You know, basically guys that you expect. And surprisingly, the final two were my top two favorite guys in tag teams. And it was kind of hard to choose. I ain't gonna lie. It was Orange Cassidy, who was always funny. And it'd be interesting to see him in a championship match. It'd be interesting. And then Jungle Boy. But I'm like, I'd probably be Jungle Boy. And I was right. Jungle Boy won. And I didn't mind because I like both men. So I was fine with that. So Jungle Boy picks up the victory. And now it is set on June, I believe, 3rd, I want to say. AKA next week. It's going to be Jungle Boy versus Cody for the TNT Championship. Cody Rhodes' first title defense. So it should be interesting. And now on the final part of this recap. Mike Tyson and Chris Jericho. So people were wondering, why was Mike Tyson there in the first place? Well, it was certainly known when during the pep rally, Tyson was there. When when Inner Circle were doing their pep rally, Mike Tyson interfered. And, you know, he said some words. He was mad and, you know, he was basically pissed off at someone. I believe it was Jericho. He was mad at Jericho for something. I don't remember what it was. He was saying something. I just couldn't really pick it up. But basically he was, you know, saying, you know, he was talking shit to Jericho. Jericho didn't really like that. And Jericho, you know, did his classic Le Champion promo, which his promos are always amazing. So, you know, Jericho does his thing. You know, he has the Inner Circle on his back. And then, right as Jericho said something to Tyson, and Tyson was enraged. He takes off the shirt. He's getting hauled right by security. He wants Jericho's head. He wants to kill Jericho. He wants his head. He looked like he wanted to punch him. Like, bro, Tyson was not having it. Tyson's like, oh, you want to talk shit? Oh, let's go, Jericho. He literally tried to fight off the security, try to get a punch. Could not do it though, because the Inner Circle was there too, so could not do it. But good lord, if Tyson got released for a second more, he is throwing big haymakers at Jericho. But of course, security was strong enough, and they broke up him and Tyson. Now, where does this go? I don't really know. I don't know what Tyson was going to do when I heard he was going to be on the show. I was like, okay, Tyson's going to be here. What's he going to do? And I'm like, he'll probably face off against Jericho, or maybe he'll just do a promo about, you know, him presenting the title. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
He actually fought up to Jericho and was like, let's go, homie. So maybe we get like a shoot fight between Tyson and Jericho or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting, but I don't know how Tyson would do, you know, in ring wise, because he's super old. But if they want to go that route, Sure. Sure. Promo-wise, it'd be fun, but I don't know about match quality-wise. I don't know how that would work, but we'll see. We'll see what this Tyson thing goes. And then after that, I believe did they end with the Battle Royale? Or did they end with the I think they ended with the Jericho segment, I believe. Yeah, they did end it with the Jericho segment. So the Inner Circle pep rally was hilarious. It was fun. They had cheerleaders. It was fun. It was really fun. It was just fun. It was Jericho being Inner Circle funny. It was a funny segment. And, you know, basically telling us we're going to be back on top after this loss. And, you know, they also have to figure out, hey, remember in the top of the show where, like, Jericho's like, oh, it's only a few boxes of these shirts. And then Santana Ortiz from his buddy Tony opens the truck, and it's like a stack of shirts. And Ortiz like, damn, that's a lot of shirts. That man is hilarious.
I want Santana though. The gifts from Santana was hilarious, bro.
Yo,
so true though.
Yo, Dicks. Dicks.
Dicks with the paid.
Dicks on the paid.
Tins for Jake Hager.
Tins for Jake Hager.
Goya. And Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony.
I can't.
That's why the pep rally was so golden. It was so stupid, but it was fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. But I feel like they're gonna do probably a special Tyson versus.
Oh, they have to. They have to. They have to. They have to. Even if it's just like a shoot fight, they have to. They have to. And I'm guessing my guess Jericho will probably win that. It's just my guess.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Well, why would Tyson beat Jericho? That makes no sense. Maybe hit him with a quick Judas effect. Probably in Tyson. But yeah, I don't know how Tyson's gonna do because Tyson hasn't been in the ring
in a while. He's actually supposed to fight in BKC too. Bare knuckle fighting.
Yes, I guess it's a good practice. It's
not boxing though. Boxing. Yeah, a lot of promotions are fucking trying to bug Tyson.
They're trying to get Tyson because they're looking at him like, yo, this kid could probably still. Oh.
The only fighting industry that's not promoting him so far is UFC.
Well, why would he go to the UFC though? He's not a martial artist. He's a boxer.
Yeah.
Why would he go there? And also the other one, also the other group that's not promoting them is the WBC division has not promoted him either. Yes. They're the only ones that are like, I don't want to take a risk on it. So they're not sure, but the ones that are sure was the BF one you were talking about. And there was a couple of the bookings. But yeah, I mean, it's good exposure for AEW because to get a game like Tyson. Bro, when I literally found out he's going to Double or Nothing, I was like, whoa, that's huge. Paid Mike Tyson a lot to get on this show. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, to see him now get an appearance, it was good. So, it was a good promo from Tyson, and it was just funny. Like, Jericho made that segment hilarious.
Yeah. It got intense though too at the same time.
Oh yeah. When they went into the brawl where everything was like getting destroyed, yeah, it was just some intense shit. Like Tyson looked like he wanted to kill him. He was like, "You want to comb over?"
Yeah.
So yeah, like it looked intense. And then we fade to black, I guess. After the brawl, we fade to black.
Yeah. Well, all right, Brian. I'm gonna go eat dinner real quick.
Alright.
I'll try to see if I can catch you up with you later.
Definitely.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you guys next time in the next broadcast, maybe in TakeOver, right? Yeah, TakeOver. It's the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, TakeOver in your house on June 7th.
Yeah. See you the day before TakeOver in your house. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys. Alright, now that he's gone, I just want to say my ratings for each show. My first rating, I'm going to give Double or Nothing a 9 out of 10. The reason it does not get a 10 out of 10 is because Cody won the TNT title when it should have been Lance Archer. But I'm not too mad at Cody because Cody is fighting Jungle Boy next week. So, fine with me. Raw, it's definitely not a 9 or 10 that people are saying. It's I don't want to give it a 7. I'll give it a 6.5. It's 6.5 to 7 because it's the best show I've seen from Raw since quarantine. It was done really well. The fans motivated it. a lot. The Apollo Crews match was fun, and also Garza looked like a beast. So Raw was pretty good. So I'll give it a good old 6.5. Impact this week wasn't too crazy. I think next week's gonna be the crazier episode because of the Impact Championship tournament between Ace Austin and Trey Miguel. My guess is Ace Austin will win the title. He deserves it. He's been on a roll. But yeah, I will go. Impact will get a 7 out of 10. It was a decent show. Now, NXT. Woo! That's getting a 9 out of 10. It was one of the best NXT shows I've seen in a minute. The Killer Cross stuff was intriguing, with Scarlett playing mind games. Pretty creepy as well when she showed her face. And also, you know, the Ciampa stuff doing very well. The Gargano stuff I'm really excited for. Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee. Oh, such a dream match. And also, of course, NXT champion Adam Cole and Velveteen is alright. I'm fine with that. Should be a good match. And, oh, and also, you know, more build-up for, you know, the women's championship match, the triple threat between Io, Charlotte, and Rhea. So, yeah, that as well. So, yes, that happened. That was fun. So that happened. Trying to think. Can't think right now. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Oh, and also the cage fight. It was fucking crazy. Cage fight was my favorite match. It was hard-hitting, brutal. There were some stiff shots. It was so good. Man. But Dynamite this week delivered. This is my 10 out of 10 for the week. This Dynamite was so good. Oh man, we had a huge starter match with the 6-man tag with the FTR coming out at the end doing the Shatter Machine. Very good stuff. And then also the stuff with Shia, you know, looking like a beast. Love that. And of course the Inner Circle Mike Tyson pep rally. Amazing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, get a 10 out of 10. What do we have on Friday? We have SmackDown. Maybe SmackDown will be good because of the fans, but SmackDown has not been fun lately. So, and also, forgot to say this to Manny. There's a lot of rumors that Matt Riddle is heading up to the main roster. All I wish, do not ruin him, please. Matt Riddle is something special. Make him fight Brock Lesnar. Give him that rivalry. I want to see that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. 200 subscribers.